What is up, legends? Okay, so we have, no, we're in the wrong thing. We have the characters up in the archive, so we're gonna look at them real quick. Video is not gonna take that long because we're just looking at the characters for the most part. Batsby is first, so let's just look at him. All right, first one is Wound. Torrent surges first. Batsby brandishes a spear, 220% damage to a single enemy, at 40% chance to inflict wound. Tidal surge. Tidal surge. Where did I get turge from? Is that even a word? For every one debuff on the enemy, Animus, Batsby damage to them increases by 10%. That's pretty good. If the target is affinity is countered by Batsby, they are the main target of the skill. That's confusing wording though, isn't it? That means he's always gonna attack that. I think that's what that means. Because it's already a single target attack. Okay. Damage dealt is increased by 30%, stacking up to 6 times. So would that mean that, like, in a long-term boss fight, that you would want to have battle will to make him attack more? Because that would amp his damage. All right, so the level 2 will increase the damage. The level 3 will make the wound duration 2 turns. The level 4 will increase the chance of inflicting wound to 40%. Okay. Wave Breaker. Surge, Tide of Impact. Batsby calls forth the waves, dealing 330% damage to all enemies on crit. There's a 100% chance to extend all debuffs on the target, excluding control effect. Okay. So this one is the AoE. And you can actually put debuff extension to 100%. That he'll always do it. And then you reduce the CD, so that makes it a 3 turn. Okay. Valiant Tide. Batsby unleashes the Raging Torrent, dealing 390% damage to all enemies, with 100% chance to inflict vulnerable for 2 turns. For every 1 unit the crit lands, Batsby gains turn meter. Okay. So as long as you put high crit on him, he's always gonna pretty much get that increased damage. So he gets increased turn meter effect at level 3. And it's kind of like, as usual, the character, he's just straight up gonna need all of his Latices just to make him work properly. Which, again, like, that's what I was saying yesterday. Latice economy, there needs to be something done about that. We need to be able to generate. We need to be able to generate more Latices from somewhere than what we can do right now, because it's just not enough. All the DPS just need to be built, no matter what. He gets infinitely better just from me looking at this, from his 2 and his 3 being max, because that puts both of them at 3 turns, which also will make a Revelation good on him. He also could be good with speed though, so you have to think about that, because you can just make him go first, and then he'll end up being one of those characters that kind of works like Speed Ren, where he'll do damage and really screw people over, because he's gonna have the vulnerable to increase damage down. So that's actually really good in PvP, just to go first. And then on top of that, if he's critting with all 4 of those, he's gonna push his turn meter about 80%. Basically. So if anybody who's slow on the opposite side, he's gonna lap them. And if he's put in the same group as Freya, he's just gonna go right away again, basically along with Freya, because she's gonna just buff, because he's gonna be getting the turn meter boost from that. So that's just crazy. And then you could be even more gangster and not even care about battle will, and just put Bulwark on him, so he automatically gets the Freya buff to begin with. That he's just gonna go immediately. Again, right after that, he's just gonna skip people. That's effed up, yo. Immediate skip. You don't get to play. You just get duked and die. That's all you get to do. So I just gave you tech. Just gave everybody tech. Now watch somebody tomorrow is gonna be all of a sudden showing up with a 555 and just immediately kill me in PvP in the arena. And I'll be mad because it's gonna be my fault. Alright, this is gonna just all be the same, so I don't need to worry about that. Let's go to this one. So Crystalline Forest. Ice condenses. Ninfoniel deals 240% damage to a single enemy with a 50% chance to apply resistance. Increases damage multiplier on level 2. Level 3 is going to be increased resistance to 50%, which is what's in the skill. Level 4 is the DPS on it, and then level 5 increase the duration to 2 turns. That's kind of cool. You get a little bit of resistance on her here and there, and then you'll be like, I think the cap is 90, so you can be at the cap. You'll be at the cap easy. Basically, that's simple. Glacial overflow. Surge of frost. A burst of life. Ninfoniel averages the current HP of all allies, then heals the allies for 25% of their max HP. That's like a full heal. You definitely gonna need that. You're gonna need this to be all the way up to 5. That's gonna be a 5 up a skill. That lowers the cooldown of it to 4 as well. And then Frigid Blizzard. A blizzard rages at the realm of bitter cold. Ninfoniel applies a 2-turn attack and 1-turn immunity to all allies, as well as a 2-turn Rime Bloom. Rime Bloom absorbs damage equal to the amount of damage. Increases increases attack by 40%, which is pretty nice. The duration of these effects is increased by 1 turn for the main target. Oh, so she's like that too. So she would kind of like work well with people who are going to be debuffing. Interesting. Okay. So it's gonna be her attack. That so she's gonna need speed and she's gonna need attack, because that'll make the shield bigger. So at base, with this, she's like what? 12, so 25% of that will be like 400. So let's say let's take some over. So Doki is only at like, she doesn't have any concentration on attack right now, obviously, but that's not that big of a shield. We put something like this on, and then that becomes like a close to a 1k shield. But you won't do that like on, because she doesn't really attack that much, so you wouldn't put that much attack on her. It wouldn't make any sense to. Yeah, it wouldn't make much sense to do something like that, because she's just not. She's not going to take any advantage of that. Seems like that's a weird thing to scale that on. Now Freya is up to she's just like that. So so for her with that 25% right there, that'd be like 500, 600 on the shield. I think that's how that's gonna work, unless I'm reading that incorrectly. Let's make sure of that real quick. About to wrap it though. No, it's her HP. Okay, it's her HP. I read that wrong. Where did attack come from? Maybe I just read it as attack. Oh, I was, you know what I was doing? I was reading level 3. It's her HP. All right, so same thing. Who did I do speed with HP? Is it you? No, because she scales off defense. I wouldn't put double. And I don't think I did it with Freya because she has effect accuracy. I did with you. Alright. So say if I did that with 25%. So that would be like a 10k shield. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yeah, it really is. Wow, I never actually did anything to this character in a very long time. That lets me know that I need to build her. I just did this and peaced out. Not even kidding. I did it and peaced out. I didn't even look at it anymore. I need to make her faster and a little bit more effect res if I can eke it out somewhere. But hopefully the crafting will allow me to manufacture the things that I need, because it's not easy just to push all that stuff in. So I'm just gonna tell you off the bat, between both the characters, I'm just summoning on Ninfoniel because she'll actually work from base. I don't have a Tysus. I think I got one. So I can't do any of this right now. It's not like before where I was able to build up and get it because I've been building things, and he absolutely needs the Tysus. There ain't no reason to use this at base. You take all of this out. It's not gonna feel good, dog. His cooldowns are gonna be on 4, so that pushes him off of being useful at Revelation, because it'll be off turn. So he'll probably be like, he'll do Valiant Tide, and then the next time around, it'll probably be on Wound, because both of these are going to be on 4 turn. So it'll probably be Wound that will get Revelation before any of these actually come back. That don't feel good, dog. That won't feel that great. So you got to put something else on him, unless you want to actually put him on speed, which can work, because you're still going to have the benefit of doing the vulnerability, and he'll kind of be like Kloss with the damage taken off the bat. Just be a blue version. He won't have the hack-in, obviously, that Kloss has, and he will get some turn meter if you build him on crit. So speed crit right there could work in PvP. He'll be an annoying little effer. So yeah. And then you can maybe make a little bit. I just wouldn't. I mean, to be honest with you, unless you need somebody who going to inflict wound, but then wound is not even going to be that high of a rate until you get it to level 4. So you're like gambling. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Which is why I said yesterday that they like it just doesn't feel good to have both characters there at the same time, because you can't do anything with them like that, especially if it's a DPS. Ninfoniel will work. She'll work just straight up as a base character, so that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll do the same thing I did last time. I went and summoned on Fuchi. I got Fuchi, and what ended up happening is in the normal standard banner, Nahar actually came out in standard. I never even went into his actual banner, so that's probably what's going to end up happening here. Like, I'm just gonna get Ninfoniel and peace out, and Batsby, I'll see you when I see you. Of course, I would love to test him and play with him, but no resources. And all right, am I going to try to push currency, all the rest of my currency, and gamble into it? No, I'm just not. So that's what I'm going to do. course, you are free to do whatever you want. Like I said, Batsby might have use as a mini class, and be really annoying in PvP. I can't see using him in PvE at base because he's just not going to be that great until you get the Latices in him. And yeah, catch you guys next video. Be legendary. See you guys soon. Thank you for watching the video all the way to the end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I love everybody who stops by. You guys always make my day with your comments. It's always funny and whimsical and gives me a reason to keep going. So be legendary, and I will see you guys soon. Peace.